Hey everyone, just a quick ask before we get into the newscast. If you really like Wake Up, I would love it if you gave us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and drop a quick comment there to let people know about this newscast. It would really help people discover us. All right, on with the news. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is our last newscast for this week, Thursday, January 15th. Asheville is projecting a $30 million budget gap for the next fiscal year, according to early estimates shared in a city council work session. Rising healthcare costs, slower sales tax growth, and debt from recent bond measures are key drivers. Staff say a property tax increase will likely be needed, along with higher fees for services like water and stormwater. The city also faces new costs for transit operations and public safety staffing. Council will consider options including asset sales and program cuts. A proposed budget is expected in May. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. Western North Carolina's hospitality industry continues to feel the effects of Tropical Storm Helene. In September of last year, leisure and hospitality jobs in the Asheville metro area were down more than 7% year over year, falling to 25,800. Although Buncombe County's unemployment rate had improved to 3.6% by that month, lodging sales declined 23% during fiscal year 25, with July's $49 million in sales marking a 20% drop from previous years. Officials cite a mixed bag in recovery, with tourism still facing workforce challenges. You can read more about this in the Citizen Times. The North Carolina State Board of Elections voted to eliminate the early voting site at Western Carolina University for the 2026 primaries. The decision, a 3-2 vote along party lines, consolidates early voting in Jackson County at the Recreation Center in Cullowhee, despite the WCU site having served more than 76,000 voters since 2016. Republican board members cited accessibility and cost concerns, while Democrats argued the move reduces access for rural voters. The decision applies only to the 2026 primary. In a notable exception, the board also voted unanimously to preserve 2 early voting sites in neighboring Madison County. You can read more about this at Blue Ridge Public Radio. Buncombe County Health and Human Services is teaming up with the Foster Family Alliance of North Carolina to improve foster care outcomes through a new year-long contract. The initiative embeds nonprofit staff within the county's child welfare system to streamline processes like adoptive family assessments and family finding. It also expands training and support for foster families, aiming to reduce delays and increase retention. Funded by nearly $92,000 in state adoption incentives, the partnership focuses on moving more children into stable, permanent homes. Read more about this at Mountain Express. And newly released records show the town of Black Mountain issued multiple approvals for a 2-story deck at Black Mountain Brewing, despite it violating state fire district regulations. The town initially approved the structure in 2017, certifying it met building and fire codes, but a 2025 investigation found the deck exceeded size limits and lacked key safety features like sprinklers and engineering documents. Former Inspector Dan Cordell, who approved the project, later surrendered his state certifications following a formal complaint. Town officials now say the approvals were issued in error. You can read more about this at WLOS. Before I let you go, just a note of a preview. All next week, we're pivoting away from our regular newscasts to bring you full conversations with every candidate on the Democratic Party primary ballot for Western North Carolina's congressional seat. We open Monday with Jamie Ager, followed on Tuesday by Dr. Richard Hudspeth, Wednesday with Dr. Paul Maddox, and Thursday with Zelda Briarwood. That's all next week on Wake Up Asheville.